So guys, today back in a video on the channel today. We're here for the player ratings between Newcastle United and West Brom. What's the reaction at the top corner? Make sure I do so it's a good video and it's on good view, so make sure I watch it. Anyways lads, we'll do the player ratings. Just to quickly say now, the video won't be as much better because I need to be up for graph in the morning, so I'm trying to get this video out as soon as possible. One for your entertainment, but there won't be no text or anything. It'll just be a couple of photos and me speaking, so I do appreciate it, and I do appreciate if you didn't enjoy the video as much as the other ones because I'm not really put as much effort in. But yet again, I've got a reason. I'm not just doing it for no reason. But shout out to Josh Parker. Basically, I had a deal with him at the Burnley game, and he said if any of the free attackers scored, I would give him a shout out. And he said double or nothing, do for this game, and Albon scored, so he scored 2. So there's your shout out, mate, and I'll be messaging him on Snapchat and whatnot. So we'll do the player ratings now. Caldaro, he will be disappointed that he conceded 2 goals today, but I think that was a fair result, to be honest, 3-2. I think West Brom really came out in the second half and they had to, but I think Caldaro dealt with a couple of good saves. He's crossing, when the ball's crossing into the box, his catching is unbelievable. I'm going to give Caldaro a 7 out of 10. Moving on to the right back, which was Javier Manquillo. Javier Manquillo, a decent enough performance. He didn't really stand out in the game as like other players, but he definitely wasn't bad. 7 out of 10 for Javier Manquillo. Centre halves, Jamal Lascelles, the captain. I thought Jamal Lascelles was good today. He really, in that first half, Charlie Austin had nothing in him. But in the second half, Zaha came on, and Zaha caused a little bit more problems, but I wouldn't say he really caused a problem. Yes, he did score very late on, but for me, Lascelles is going to get an 8 out of 10. And moving on to the next centre half, which was Fabian Shaw, then I'm going to give Fabian Shaw the exact same 8 out of 10. I didn't think Fabian Shaw would suit really well in a 4-back, but it looks like he does normally. Well, we've only seen him in a 5-back. Where Fabian Shaw started coming at the team, we were playing the 5 at the back last season, and we've now seen him in a 4-back, and he looks fine. Yes, there's that risk of when he goes forward, will one of the centre midfielders definitely drop back, but I thought Fabian Shaw, he did go on that little run. The shot was decent by him, but a solid performance by Fabian Shaw, 8 out of 10, same as Lascelles. Left back, Danny Rose. I thought Danny Rose was great today. His balls down the line, like where he plays the ball down the line, he's got such a nice curl and pass on him, and he looks fantastic, Danny Rose, in this game. Is he going to do that for the full season to get the squad for England? I think he's going to have to, and I think he's going to settle in well at Newcastle United, and it was a good performance today. I'm actually going to give him a 9 out of 10. Danny Rose was great in my opinion. Centre midfield now, Bentaleb, and didn't think Bentaleb was fantastic. He made a couple of issues, but in the first 2 minutes, he's one-on-one with the keeper and he just decides to play to Almiron. I would have shot there. It's on his left foot as well. He should have just struck it and hope for the best. But Bentaleb, he was alright, and going to give him a solid 7 out of 10. Next player, Sean Longstaff. I thought Sean today was good. Sean, really, he looked so calm on the ball, and I don't know if the pressure's got him a bit in the Premier League, because in the Premier League he looks a bit like he's scared on the ball and stuff like that, but in the cup games he's looked fantastic. Against Oxford he was great, and then now look at it, good performance today. Sean Longstaff, I'm gonna give him a 9 out of 10. I thought he was great today. Yeah, now on to the attackers. You don't normally give the attacking players a lot of praise because we're not scoring enough goals. We scored 3 today, and we're going to start off with the right midfielder. His first goal for the club, Valentino Lazaro. I think we're saying his name there, but a good performance. He looks so much better in his preferred position rather than a right wing back. He looks so much better on that right mid, and that makes Almiron go into the middle so much better. I'm going to give Lazaro a 9 out of 10. I thought he was great today. His goal wasn't great, but yet again, you've got to be there to score with him. A solid 9 out of 10. Moving on to the next player, we'll do Maximin. He did come off, he had that strike in the first half, which he clipped the post bar. He clipped one of them. It was an unbelievable shot, but he was great today, Maximin. And you know what? 10 out of 10. You got 2 assists. He changed the game, and all this thing about Maximin's fell out with Bruce and whatnot. Bruce came out today and said it's not true, don't believe it, and I don't know where it came from, but he admitted himself, Steve Bruce, that he had a slight injury problem and he didn't train on Sunday, and then he trained Monday, and then he's put a fantastic performance in today, 10 out of 10. And the player you've all been waiting for, the main man, the lad who got 2 goals there. If the Power Grinds are watching, you've been waiting for this moment. Almiron, Miguel Almiron, unbelievable. He looks so much better in this Campbell, and a performance like that, does that not just show Bruce where he wants to be playing and how good he is in that position? He was fantastic, absolutely sublime. He took his goals well, and it was a bit disappointing for him to come off. I wanted him to stay on and get the hat-trick, but I can't ask for everything. We need him for Saturday against for me, the biggest game of the season at the minute is Southampton away. So a decent performance, fantastic performance from Almiron. Of course, he's getting a 10 out of 10. Of course he is. And is this the first? No, I think this may be the second time I'm going to give this rating. Joe Linton, the 25th of August 2019, Joe Linton scored his first Premier League goal for Newcastle United against Spurs, and I give him a 10 out of 10, right? Don't think I've ever given one since. Joe Linton against West Brom away, 3rd of March, 10 out of 10. He was sublime. Yes, there was a couple of dodgy touches there and there, but he always put 110% effort in. The flick for the second goal, that's not luck or anything, that's skill, right? And that little ball changed the West Brom defence. That was the last thing on their mind, for Joe Linton to pull out a back heel to change the defence and Almiron to just stick it in the back of the net. In the 93rd minute, just before full time, he had to really win the ball back. He got really stuck in, and for me, you might not agree with me, but I thought he was sublime today. Joe Linton, 10 out of 10. Let's move on to the subs. John Joe Shelby now. I thought John Joe, he came on, he had to do his job. Yes, we conceded 2 goals when he came on. I'll tell you something about Almiron, but with players like Sean Longstaff performing today and Brent Leb having a decent performance, does that not put a bit of pressure on Steve Bruce? Because who does he play on Saturday? Does he stick to the trusty guys like Kane and John Joe Shelby, or does he bring Sean Longstaff in? It's a tough call after a good performance. I thought Shelby was one of our better players against Burnley, but Sean Longstaff was one of our better players today. John Joe Shelby, 6 out of 10. Next sub was Dwight Gale, and he should have scored that chance where it was one-on-one with the keeper and he tries to lay it off to, I can't remember, was it Lejeune he was trying to lay it off to? He should be striking that, and I do respect the West Brom fans for applauding him, because he was fantastic for you last season. 25 goals or something like that. Fantastic from Dwight Gale. And for West Brom, this season for Newcastle, he hasn't scored in nearly 2 years for the club now. Yes, he was on loan for a year, but it was a good performance from Dwight Gale. He's showing now why he should be coming off the bench and why he should be starting, and he's given Bruce options, which is good. A solid 6, same as Shelby, and I'm not going to give Lejeune a rating because he wasn't on the pitch for long enough. But lads, that's the end of the video. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and make sure to watch my reaction to the game. It's in the I button, so make sure to watch that if you haven't already, because it was a good video where you basically explain about my reaction. But literally, when the game finished, I clicked record and recorded my reaction and interviews at the end of the game on the BBC. Valentino Lazaro done his little thing at the end of the game on the pitch. It was a good interview. He didn't know about the club not reaching the quarter-final since like 2000 and, I think they said 16 years ago, something like that. I'm 17. That's mad. But he had a good performance today, and yeah, the club should do an interview with Almiron, and I really hope he speaks in English, because it'd be so nice to see him growing confidence and like that. And yeah, lads, follow the social links as well. I don't normally, they're always there. I know loads of you followed them, I just forget to say follow the social links, so make sure to do that. Anyways lads, that's the end of the video. I'll see you all in the next one. what a win. Let's move on. Draw tomorrow. We'll see who we can get. How are the lads?